everyone. Welcome to the post-game show. That was insane. Now, before the game, we discussed the game. We thought it would be over by 3.
Yeah. No way.
7 turns. And it was the complete opposite result. If we were going on models at the end, if someone looked at the table at the end of the game, they might assume I won. Because I got you down, I think, a squad of, it was
scouts and 2 speeders?
1 speeder, I think, even. I propped your last one to end the game.
Oh, at the end of the game?
Yeah.
So, end of the game, I had about 100 points left on the table.
Yeah, 100 points. I had still...
Maybe 300 you had left?
No, more than that alone, because the one thing's 230.
Yeah.
Squad of Grots, 1 Spoys, Ludas. I probably had about 400 points left.
Wow.
Yeah, because the Grot tanks plus that alone added up to 350.
Yeah.
So it was crazy, but it was a bloodbath. That's what we saw. It was like the most insane bloodbath
and
game.
Khan got to do something.
That was really cool. And we had to look at the rules. Because that 666 to kill the Pain Boy was amazing. And then he killed my Warlord, and it was like, oh, it was perfect because you got that 1-5. And if he didn't, my Warlord would have turned around and probably killed him.
Yeah, and I had to do it in a challenge, and that was the only way. There were so many characters in that squad. He kept on, you can fight this guy.
I only did it 1 time, though.
Yeah, well, it was 3 assaults, though.
Yeah, it was a long assaults.
It took...
you whiffed.
Yeah, it took the one initial big assault, which did not do anywhere near as well as I was hoping. Then there was I fell back from that. The other squad got wiped. My Khan squad regrouped, came up, assaulted again, and then Khan hit and run out, and I had to go back in a 3rd time to try and finish him off.
Yeah, not bikers. They got some heavy nerfs in 6th edition, in 7th edition, like the 6th edition codices, because they got their cyborg bodies sucks now.
Yep.
Cyborg body sucks. They have to jink to get their cover save.
Yep.
And Feel No Pain got switched, of course, in 6th edition from a 4 up to a 5 up. So a lot of things focus on the not bikers. But they still stood their own today. They withstood, I got stupidly lucky. Now, to be fair, I passed a lot of Feel No Pains and 4 ups. It was way more than statistical, if you look at the numbers. But they stood their own against the White Scars, and I didn't think they were going to.
I knew I had to dump as much as I could, and I think they took pretty much 2 full rounds of my entire army shooting at them, and they still stood up to it. I mean, at the end there were what you saw too is Jay would kind of, as soon as the one guy took a wound, he'd kind of move him back a little bit so that the wound allocations would get played around with, which is, the smart way to play them.
Yeah, back in remember the old editions where as long as they were different guys, you were like, I'm going to put one on this one and one on this one because he has a little bit different of a war gear. And then this guy's a Combi Scorcha, so one there.
Yeah, now you just see everyone with Power Claws.
Well, yeah, Power Claws were the best. To me, that squad was 6 Power Claws, it was 5 Power Claws, 2 big choppas. But they died. Yeah. They were out front and
they did what they were supposed to.
They did. They absorbed the wounds. And then the Pain Boy was always in the back, and you're like, where's the Pain Boy? I'm like, right there.
Yeah.
Who's your MVP? Scouts as always?
I'm going to give it to Khan. Khan did something. The whole idea with Khan is he's supposed to be heroic. And this is the only time I've ever actually seen his Warlord trait, because you have to issue a challenge and slay the enemy Warlord in that challenge.
It's like, it's the same as Belial's.
Yeah. It's near impossible to actually pull off, because no one wants to give you the bonus D3 victory points.
And as we discussed, you go first.
Yeah.
But there is always the chance, it's one of those ones where you have a good chance of killing you, but if you don't, I have a great chance of killing you.
Yeah, because it was coming back strength 10, so it was going to insta-kill him. He had a 4-up invul, but...
Perfect math, I'd kill him every turn.
Yeah.
And it was just, but then you got that 1-5, and that's what matters.
Yep.
And then I was hoping it would be kind of cool if the challenge happened that if you needed a 6, and then you got the 6, because then it instant kills the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was insane. I don't know what else could have happened. Like, that was nuts. The body counts were huge. Yep. Your starting army was hilarious to look at.
Well, it's just great to see the mass of bikes.
It was awesome to see. Plus against the Grot tank. And the best part is the Grot tanks, to me, MVPs.
Oh yeah, by far. We were talking about the new plasma fortification that you got to see in this one. Mm-hmm. And so we figured it took out maybe about 1 speeder and 7 bikes. So it probably got pretty close to its points back. Yeah. But those
The Grot
Grot
tanks?
for each squad of 4 was doing an average of about 10 wounds.
Yeah.
On a squad, and especially for something like bikes. But I mean, because it's strength 6, so low armor vehicles probably 11 and lower. It's doing all right against. It's the small blast, so you can hit multiple times. Against Horde, it's still good. The movement isn't stellar, but it doesn't suck either.
Yeah, there was the 2 turns in a row that I rolled 4.
Yeah, but they were early turns.
Yeah, to me, it's kind of fun. I'm glad they're in the fast attack choice.
Yeah.
Because to me, if they were in the heavy, they wouldn't make sense, and they wouldn't. But the fast attack's kind of a weird slot for them because they only move 2d6, so an average of 7 inches, 1 inch faster than a normal tank.
Yeah.
So that makes them fast. I don't know, because a fast tank should be able to move 12 and fire everything. I think it should be good. Personally, my thing is they should move 3d6. And if they turbo boost 4d6, because 3d6 guarantees them 10.5 on average, which puts them closer in line with a fast attack.
Having the 5-up invol on them was
hilarious.
And it's even in close combat. I guess the idea with this, there's just so many metal plates and just crap that they've got on there that even when you hit them, you're not sure if you actually hit them.
Exactly. And I love them. They're my favorite. I'm gonna buy more. People expect more. I'm gonna order some from Forge World and just be pumping them in. 16. My goal's 18 because you're gonna have 3 squads of 6 in a normal list. And I don't think that's the most competitive thing, but by golly, it would be the most fun thing.
Well, and we saw in this one, as soon as they got into close combat, like a basic squad of tactical marines would probably be able to take a squad of like 5 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or at least get them pretty reasonably close.
Pretty close.
Now, how many points was the squad of 4?
160.
Yeah, that's good bang for the buck.
Oh yeah. 160 points, and Squad 3 was 120. They were 40 points each.
And even on Forge World, they're not prohibitively expensive. Like, they're not silly expensive.
No. Well, sorry. Like the price to buy them?
Yeah.
From Forge World, they're about $110 Canadian. $110 Canadian, roughly. 120 Canadian.
For 4?
For 4.
Well,
so that's about $120 for about 160 points.
That's not...
not terrible.
It's not horrible.
No.
It's not as painful as some things. Like, I'm looking at... picking up some Serval Skulls, some little teeny tiny things. And
they're like $20.
Yeah, it's $20 for 4 teeny tiny things.
Yeah.
It's the only spot to get them.
Yeah, that was crazy. Awesome game. I'm glad that it was so close. It wasn't a complete blowout either side.
No.
It was much closer than we either anticipated.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome game.
I think we were both expecting the White Scars to just,
plow
through, and it was the durability of those knob bikers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of the dice rolls might have come into play, but they're also just really, really durable.
They're pretty durable.
And as soon as, with the White Scars, as soon as you're forced to jink, that takes away a lot of what they can actually do.
Mm-hmm.
And, 2020 hindsight, that first round, I probably had to, knowing that 7-inch blast was coming, that was AP2, and knowing that jink just works against the targeted unit, I probably had them too close, but
I didn't even realize. We kind of looked up the rule together. We're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I target this unit, that unit can't jink because you don't know where the blast is going to land. You got to call it when I call the shot.
Yeah, you call based on the targeted unit.
Mm-hmm.
So I might do it a little bit better, a little bit differently next time. But
in retrospect, I should have always targeted the in cover units, trying to scatter onto the non so that you couldn't jink. That would have been a really nasty. It's kind of like when people target a unit that's right beside a combat.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it just happens to kill half the guys in the combat.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I'll bring that to Brawl. We'll see. I don't know. I don't have my list set yet.
Yeah. We'll have to check out with the dates when the rules actually came out.
Brawl in the Halls, what, May 19th?
May 9th. May 9th, Doubles Event, Peterborough, Ontario. Still room left, though this might come out afterwards.
Oh, no. I think the rules came out... Is it 1 month or 30 days?
30 days.
Same for April. No, I think it's too short.
Too short.
Darn.
Case law.
But if I bring it, no one will remember. No, I'm kidding. So that was fun. So as always, thank you very much once again for joining me. Awesome having you here. Bring Dave back. That's awesome. He added a couple battle reports in the Warp. I think the last one was in the Warp that we played. Imperial Knights versus Deathwing. But definitely go check it out. Until next time, this is Jay and Dave.
Yep.
Saying happy painting.
I have to see if I have any more armies to bring out now.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good. So until next time.